Well, I haven't done this in a while, a narrated video. I just wanted to quickly walk you through some of the things that are of note in the new C90 published by Carenado for X-Plane just recently. So let's take a quick peek. Alright, first thing I want to make you aware of is some of the sounds that we got here. We've got you can hear the spool up there of the gyros. Oh, and the other sounds are all the flip switches are animated custom. Notice there's a slight, the three position switches have also custom icons that indicate which position you can put them to, and they also have a slight sort of softness to them. Here are fuel pumps. Okay, let's get this thing started. Oh, before we do, let's just check out some of the effects that are of note that'll probably be better to see without the engines running. So we have the lights. Now the text illuminates. The first version that was released didn't have illuminating text. You have a master switch here, and then you have individual controls over different aspects of the cabin lighting. You can very much customize your lighting experience in this plane. And you have these light bulbs that you can now work with a fader, and you can also move them around in their sockets, and you'll see the light is being cast into the cockpit in 3D, which is really nice. The same thing can be done here in the back. Just use some night lighting to orient myself. There you go. That's the light bulb. You can move it around, and that will illuminate dynamically the cabin. The seats have normal maps on them, so you'll see that bumpiness on it, the texture, which is really nice. And then we also have polarized glass, so you just take this and drag it in, and it darkens the glass, and you start seeing the reflections of the cabin inside. Pretty neat. You also have these lunch tables for the passenger use. The door can be accessed via the pop-up menu, the options pop-up menu here, passenger door. It's got its own sound effect and a meticulously animated rope handlers. Right now you see some drops dripping down slowly down the glass. The amount of rain is proportional to the weather settings here. So if you have quite a bit of rain, another texture gets added to make it look more heavily precipitated. Here's an example of a little less rain, and it sometimes takes a while for these little guys to build up and start dripping down. And later on we'll see that as we pick up speed, those guys start moving outwards and even backwards to emulate sort of the air coming over the windshield. And just for the sake of visibility, I'm going to turn up the rain a little bit more. And if you wait long enough, right now it's minus 17 degrees. If we were to wait long enough, we'd see the windshield ice up, and then we could use the window defrosters to clear off the ice visibly. It's a pretty neat effect. The other effect we have here is air blowing. We have different settings. If you slide this to auto, you can control the intensity of the blower with these controls here, even the temperature control. And well, let's check out the windshield wipers next to see how they deal with this weather. The switch here, and that clears away all the drops, and you see them slightly wanting to repopulate here. The windshield wipers have 2 speeds, and they get resynchronized every phase so that you don't get out of sync sounds. And you see it repopulating pretty quickly here. Alright, well, you see the warning and master lights illuminate here and blink, and you can disable those temporarily just like the real aircraft. So let's get started here. Get the fuel pumps going and the igniters on. Yeah, these manipulators are pretty cool too. If you see this crosshair type of 4 arrows cursor over the manipulator, that means that you can slide mouse left and right in order to control them differentially, and you can slide it up and down in order to control it in sync with each other. Same goes for this one. And this one actually has reverse built in. You can just drag it backwards and the thrust will reverse, but that only works when the engines are running. So let's get started here. Got that nice sound effect for the turbines, which actually becomes louder if you open the window. You can hear the outside sounds coming in. There we go. The passenger door as well. You still hear some outside rumble and noise coming in, so I'll close the passenger door. That muffles the sound right up, and it turns off that annunciator light cabin door. Let's go ahead and start the other engine. You notice that synchrophaser is indicating that the props aren't synced with each other. Once that engine is started, all the annunciators should go off. Turn off the starter and pretty much good to go. The condition lever is set on low idle right now, so alright, let's get started here. There's a system built into this plane that if you over torque the engine, if you go beyond red line speed for too long, then you actually bust the engines. Okay, so notice those drops wandering out to the outside of the windshield, and then once you go fast enough, the drops start climbing up the windshield. So that really emulates the behavior of real life drops on the windshield. And then you have a whole autopilot panel here. I can say I want to climb according to the current indicated airspeed. Synchronize with the heading now, and you can turn down the volume of the engine and all the sounds, all the internal airplane sounds. It's a handy dandy volume knob here. The volume also is affected, the sound effects are dependent on where the camera is located. So if I go out to the left wing, I start hearing the sounds from the outside of the plane. If I go to the right wing, same thing, and back inside the cabin, and we're back with interior sounds. Yeah, the fuel system is also meticulously implemented. We've got the, oh, I should have turned off the fuel pumps. We've got a nacelle tank, which in the real King Air are always topped off. As soon as they reach a certain low level, the pumps kick in and transfer fuel from the outer wing tanks into the nacelle tanks. And then if those fuel pumps are broken, then we get the gravity feed, which is a slower transfer process, and it also leaves some residual gasoline in the main tanks. So that's all emulated in this plane, and exterior is very beautiful too. Got these different liveries. Got the vibrating antennas or static dischargers. You turn on the lights, you get directional effects of strobes and halos and stuff like that. So now let me turn on the ice lights, those are pretty cool. And then the tail floodlight. The ice lights actually illuminate the wing. It's a pretty neat effect. See it better at night. Well, so I hope that gives you a bit of an overview. It's not a review or anything, I'm just trying to showcase some of the stuff that we've put into this plane. So I hope you like it, and I hope you have a lot of fun with it. You can pick it up at either Carenado's online store or xplane.org or the other resellers like Aerosoft or whatever. Well, thanks for watching.